good day. I am the voice of We Provoke Thought. We Provoke Thought is an organization and show that is looking to be the platform for those who have an opinion, idea, or educated information to share to the world. An outlet, if you will, to voice your feelings and facts. Now, today, callers, we have a random call here, or excuse me, today, listeners, we have a random caller today. And this show today, we're going to be talking about women speak up, men speak out. And what we're going to talk about are the issues that are plaguing men and women today. Now, it's easy for us to sit around and tell someone problems that they have or we have with them. It's easy for us to sit around and talk about, the problems I have with you are, or your problem is. But how easy is it for us to talk about the problems within ourselves? Basically, reflect on the problems that we have, the issues that we have, and how we can correct ourselves to make ourselves a much better person to be around, or to be a lot more productive in our life, in spiritual areas, financial areas, and also community areas. And as always, family being one of my favorite issues and topics there, being a better family member, husband, wife, son, daughter, brother, sister, things of that nature. So again, today is women speak up, men speak out. And once we begin with this call, we're going to continue with you having full knowledge that the call is being recorded, and that you continue to have this call recorded, and that you agree for We Provoke Thought to publish this call without releasing your identity, phone number, name, or any information leading to you on We Provoke Thought's YouTube channel, We Provoke Thought's Facebook fan page, and soon to be website. Now, good day, sir. How are you doing?
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well. And just so that we can give the listeners an idea of the demographics in which we're reaching, I always like to ask, what city and state are you in?
I'm in Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, South Carolina. Wonderful. Well, today, sir, it's women speak up, men speak out, and today we're going to be talking about some of the issues that are plaguing men today. So I'm going to start off with that question for you. What are some of the issues that are plaguing men today? And what are your thoughts on that?
Like I say, the problem I have with black females, right? They're always concerned about how much money you make, right? And
All right.
like I say, basically, that's none of your business how much money I make. All you should be concerned about that. What do you do for a living? What they should only be concerned about that I'm here to take you out for dinner, nice conversation, and you don't have to worry about what I do for a living or how much money I make, thinking that it's going to go right into romance or what, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, now, I just want to be clear, because as my opening statement was, now we're talking about the problems that plague men. So you're saying that some of the issues that are plaguing men are women.
Yeah,
is that correct?
When it comes down, well, like I say, one of my friends, he was telling me, he said, listen, I'm a cleaner, but I make X amount of dollars working for one of the big corporations, right? And he was saying, me going to the club and talking to the female and say, well, hey, can we get together, get to know each other? She goes, what do you do, how much you make, and then she's going to rationalize should she socialize with you or not.
Okay, well, look, here, answer this then. What are your thoughts on men and their role or position in today's society?
Well, I'm talking about the female, what she should be concerned about, that I'm coming up to you, I want to get to know you, I want to take you out, want to dinner. Don't worry about what I do for a living or how much I make, right? If you find out and I clean bathrooms or toilets for a living, don't worry about the status of what I do or whatever. just go out with me and see if I got a pleasing personality.
All right. Well, and I could dig that, but again, what are your thoughts on men and their role or their position in today's society? So, all right. So I got the fact that you feel as though women focusing on a man's financial stability is an issue for you, which in fair justice, women must make sure that the man in which they find as their suitor are capable of being a provider, because that is one of the positions for a man, correct?
Yeah, but
all right. So now hear me out. So with that being said,
early. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So with that being said, what are your thoughts on the men or men's roles in today's society? Are men holding their position?
Well, I'm just saying the role in society, or what should be everybody, if they consider themselves as being a man or a young man or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. They should. I'm talking about that they got a job, they make a living, and they stand on their own 2 feet. Does that make sense?
So let's move on to my next question then.
Okay.
Is the role or position of men eroding quickly then?
For black men, yeah. I'm talking about it's eroding because when a person comes to me and say, well, hey, man, I don't have a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you done everything within your power to secure a job? Or I can't find a job if no job is out there, right?
Right.
Okay. My philosophy is this. If you really want a job, if you've been and you sought a job at McDonald's or you sought a job at IBM and nobody hired you, so you need to look another way of saying that this is what I need to do. I need to go out here and create a job for myself. Let me get a lawnmower, start to cut grass, or let me knock on somebody's door and say, ma'am, is there anything that need to be done at your house as far as picking up paper, cutting your hedges, or whatever? Anyway, doing what is necessary to make it as a young man or a man trying to make a living to provide for your family or to provide for yourself.
All right. So what is the cause? What is the cause of the quickly eroding position or role of men? What are your thoughts on the cause?
The young men are not willing to do what it takes to make it, as saying that you don't have any job experience, and you cannot start at the top. Everybody's trying to start at the top. Somebody's got to start at the bottom. I got one of my friends, he get ready to get out of jail, right? And he wants a job being a promoter or whatever, But like I say, if you don't have any experience, you cannot start at the top. You got to start at the bottom,
So you're saying the cause is that men are not willing to work hard, and men are not willing to basically work hard. I guess would be the easiest way to explain what you're explaining.
Well, as I was saying, the young black men are not willing to start at the bottom and work their way up.
Okay. All right. And then who's to blame for that then?
Well, let's say the parents. I think the parents are to blame for it. They buy them anything and everything that they want. And my philosophy, or as my mother taught me, you don't buy a child everything that they want, because you don't give them opportunity to get it themselves. If you're giving it to them, it's no reason for them to work hard.
Now, how did men allow themselves to fall this way? Or do you think that men have?
It starts from the parents. From the parents giving them designer clothes, giving them the designer phones, the designer shoes, or whatever. instead of letting the child work for it themselves. It has, like I say, you have to start the child as saying in life the things, if you want things, you must, or influence them as saying you must work hard to get them, instead of just giving them these things because they're your child and you can afford to do it.
Okay, so let's sum this up. So the issues that are plaguing men today, according to you, or your thoughts are women who are focused on men's financial stability and capabilities. And you feel as though that the cause of the men's eroding position and role in society is the fact that we do not have ambitious young men out there with the drive to work hard from the ground on up. And the one to blame for this are the family,
the parents,
which are being led by the man and the woman in most cases, in cases I would like to hope and believe. But so again, we still haven't, I don't think that we've still found the true blame for this, and I don't think that we've still touched upon the real cause of it.
Well,
go ahead.
Go ahead. The true blame that I see is coming from is coming from the parenting, or let's say we'll use some examples here. You have a single mother. They do not have the other spouse or the male spouse in the house as to develop this young man to this child to the man you want him to be. Okay. Sometimes you have the single mother trying to make up the difference, but they're making it up instead of finding someone to help you to guide this man into childhood. Right? They give the child everything that he wants, as designer shoes, designer clothes, and stuff like that, instead of I'm talking about just doing too much. And you need to give a child enough as room to develop himself. As the saying, if you give him everything, you're giving him no reason to live.
Okay, so let me ask you this question: what are you doing to improve the position or the role of men, or what are you doing for yourself into strengthening your role as a man in today's society, and quite frankly, in the lives of those in which you that you touch and reach? Whether, I don't know if you have a family, if you have any children, and so what are you doing? What role are you playing in today's society?
Okay, what I had done in the past, when my child was a little boy, and he was 6 years old, getting ready to go into the second grade. He wanted a pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoes. He said, "Daddy, I want a pair of Michael Jordan tennis shoes. Will you buy them?" And I said, after I initially said, "No, I'm not gonna buy those shoes for you," because at the time they were killing kids over Michael Jordan tennis shoes, right? And so I hung up that day. I called him back the next day, and I said, "Frank, I'm going to buy you those Michael Jordan tennis shoes if you can make all A's in a 6 weeks period. You're getting ready to go from the first grade to the second grade, right? And at the start of the second grade, if you can bring me all A's in a 6 week period, then I will buy you those Michael Jordan tennis shoes." Now, I already knew what kind of student he was from the first grade. He wasn't an all A student, and I was pretty sure it wasn't going to happen. He was just a C average student at that time, right? And this kid tried all year long to make all A's, and at the end of that year, he found out that he didn't make all A's. But what had happened, his house caught on fire at the end of the school year, which was in May. I went to the place where he was living and took him out and bought him some shoes. We were buying some tennis shoes where you go like pick and pay, buy one pair and get the other pair free, right?
Right.
And we was talking to the clerk, and I was telling him I need to get these, let's say, PF Flyers. These tennis shoes, PF Flyers. I said I want to get that pair, and I want to get another pair, let's say New Balance or whatever, right? And so after the clerk left, I said to my child, which his name is Frank, I said, Frank, I said, why you didn't holler about the Michael Jordan tennis shoes or whatever? He started laughing, right? And I said, why you laughing? He said, Daddy, because I didn't make all A's, right? But what he learned from that was trying to work hard for the things in life that you want. And he knew he didn't live up to his responsibility, so he didn't cry or act out in any kind of way.
Right.
And so we need to teach our kids, teaching them how to work hard or to work for a goal or objective in order to get the things that you want. Instead of...
So basically, aim for the stars, and at least you'll touch the sky or hit the clouds. I may have chopped that, just totally destroyed that, but basically aim for the stars, and at least you'll touch the clouds. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay? All right. I got that. Well, and with that, I'm gonna end it with that. That was a wonderful story, and I thank you for sharing that with us all. But I want you to sit back and I want you to look into the issues that are plaguing men today, because, as I said in my opening statement, it is easy for us to talk about the problems in someone else rather than the problems within ourselves. And for the listeners out there, I want you all to also understand that, we have to correct ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are all to blame for what goes on within our community. Because we have, whether we're a part of the situation or we choose not to be a part of the situation, we are a part of the problem or the success that comes along with it. So we want to make sure that we play a role, and that role is a positive role in the outcome of what happens within our community, which then branches out into our country and then into the world. All right, sir? And then I always like to give the last word to all the callers here. And with that, what we're doing, I'm giving a statement. And that statement is, if I had the power, and you were to finish that statement. So you would say, basically, if I had the power, I would, and I'm going to let you go ahead and end this off with there. If I had the powers, what would you do?
That's profound. That's a profound thing to answer. If I had the power, all the young black men, if I could get to them, is saying, strive for the things that you want. Have a plan. Have a purpose. And try to achieve or get close as to that goal as you can by yourself with no help. And that will make you become the man that you want to be.
Okay, all right, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate those listening today. For you are on We Provoke Thought, and for that, we do not apologize. I'll say goodbye to you on the other end, sir. Thank you again.
This call has been recorded.